Obsession.
3 days of unmissable Boodles May Festival live on Sky Sports Racing.
Go racing again. We're off to Will Rogers Downs. 9:04 the field in a 1 mile event coming up. And this is a 1 mile maiden claimer. Down in Grade 7,500 maiden claimer. For maidens, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. And the favourite here is number 8, Mazan or Mason. Who's a horse who's had 7 tries so far. Does have a second in there. Not much else. Been running over sprints, now goes up in trip. 4th start since a layoff. It's just a change in distance. Difficult to know. A horse cost virtually nothing once upon a time. It's difficult to get excited by it. Mazan or Mason. To be quite honest, it's not easy to get excited by any of these, to be quite frank though. Osage Express, the 3, has had 14 tries. No wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Just consistently rubbish, basically. Has got some place form in there, but you know, you can't sit on shows like this and tip horses who've lost 14 consecutive races at the same level as they're running at. It's pointless. We know he can win, but at 7-2, he can win on his own. Maritude, the 9, it's only had 8 races, a couple of seconds and thirds. There's a little runner in here, the 2 has gone, incidentally. Coming back to Maritude, it's got a couple of speed figures, including 2 runs together. Okay, again, it's another going significantly up in trip. Osage Express, the massively exposed 3, at least has had a few runs at the distance, so you know it stays in its own time. Gospel Blossom, 12 times it's lost, usually runs in sprints. Almost all of these are going over a trip they don't usually run at. Aroa, the 6, is very like the second favourite. Lots of runs, lots of them over the trip, consistently rubbish. But again, has 3 seconds to its name. It can win. Aroa, it's very like the 3. Osage Express, it's just lost a lot of races. So it's all a bit of a nightmare to this. I couldn't remotely fancy having a bet on any of these, to be quite honest. They are just awful. So they probably made this 8, because the 8 can't be favoured on form, but I'm presuming because it's lightly raced and up in trip, and did run at 20 grand maiden claimer 2 runs ago, so it did some grade drop as well. Up in trip, down in grade. Maybe it would just be too good. Maybe the locals just know. I don't fancy any of them. I'm going to stick with the market leader purely because it's lightly raced and up in trip. But I have no idea if it's going to stay. And its form is absolutely dire. But something has to win it at the end of the day. Something has to win it. And on paper, it could be the 8 because it's in the race. But I can't think of many other reasons why. Down in grade, up in trip, obviously, as I've already said. 15-8, someone's actually backing it. Mason. So we'll stick with the 8. And we'll pray a lot. A lot. We'll pray to the good Lord that this horse can grow a couple of legs. Quickly as well, making the space of about 2 minutes. Runners go forward for the 9:35 at Will Rogers Downs. It's a full of basically minefields, this race. 2-1 again, the 8.
Three more left to load. Sure Thing Samurai. Saddle Mountain. In the blinkered Meritude on the outside. Last one, load again. Goes in. They're off. Osage Express got the best start. Gospel Blossom had a very awkward start and was slow in stride. Osage Express leads the way. Saddle Mountain is showing speed in second, and Meritude coming from the outside now to get up and be third. Then we drop back to Aroa, Sure Thing Samurai, Mazur, and Zaylor is back there, 9 lengths off of the leaders. 4 back to Gospel Blossom. Around the clubhouse turn, Osage Express took the initiative, and she sets the pace here by 3 parts of a length. Saddle Mountain's got some speed in second by 2 more. Meritude's got the white blinkers racing in third. Sure Thing Samurai saving ground on the inside of Aroa, and Mazur's got the bright pink cap running up on the outside of her. The top 6 are now bunched up. It's a big break of about 10 lengths back then to Gospel Blossom. She's got by Zayla, who's dropping out last. Otherwise, the compact field goes to the half-mile pole. Still Osage Express leading them to Saddle Mountain. Meritude is now inching closer, coming up on their outside. Then Sure Thing Samurai. Aroa's got the brightest of green, 4 lengths off the lead, and her outside is Mazur. Still a big break back to Gospel Blossom, and Zayla's lost contact with the field. Coming around the far turn, there goes Saddle Mountain now. She takes the baton, but immediately here comes Meritude to take her on, and these two now right together at the quarter pole. Osage Express has dropped back to third. She'll have to battle back. Then it's back to Mazur back there with Aroa, and Sure Thing Samurai's got 6 to make up. They straighten away, and Meritude has taken the lead now. Saddle Mountain tries to fight back under a left-handed whip. They're 4 clear from Osage Express. In deep stretch now, it's Meritude in front. Saddle Mountain trying to come back there on the inside. Saddle Mountain is fighting back. Meritude and Saddle Mountain. Now it's a photo. It is Saddle Mountain. Finds a way to come back and deny Meritude the win. Then Sure Thing Samurai and Osage Express.
Well, it was a race fraught with dangers, this. And Meritude's managed to do a swain here and drift across the track. And has been caught nastily right on the line, Meritude, by the 5, Saddle Mountain. Now, what Saddle Mountain had in its favour here was that it had 4 races, but if I tell you that this winner had a speed figure of -28 when it last tried, I've never seen that before in my life, incidentally. Like, you never get minus speed figures. Kind of means you have to have gone backwards, doesn't it, from the stalls? -28 speed figure last time out. It's just done very well to win a race. Extraordinary. Never seen that before. I did try and warn you that that race was a bit iffy. Right, let's try and go elsewhere. Let's go to Turf Paradise and see what we can do at that particular venue. Runners are beginning to come out onto the track there. At Turf Paradise, we're going over 6 furlongs for race number 2. On the card, 6 furlongs for fillies, 3 odds which have never won 2 races. And it's 6-4 for the 2 now. Lots of Kitty. 9-4 for Jana Sue. 3-1 for Shikadika. 4-1 for the 5. Earl's Girl. 3 and 6 don't go. So small field. Let's go through them one by one quickly. Lots of Kitties had loads of racing. 1 win from 12 so far. Likes to get on with things. Will be up with the pace. Speed figures are all roughly about the same. So fairly consistent without doing anything crazy. Gianna Sue ran the race of her life last time to win. She sat second, she came through strongly. She's very closely matched with Lots of Kitty. Lots of Kitty's probably been running in better races. The 5-2 then for Chikatrige. That's another horse who goes forward, downgraded a little bit, stays strong. Usually runs over a bit further. I just wonder whether Chikatrige will have the pace for this. And the 5 is Earl's Girl, who is unbeaten. 1 win, 1 run. And put up a speed figure which puts it right in the mix here. But it's a lot tougher. I'm going to go with Lots of Kitty, the 2. I like the fact that this horse has a bit more experience than some. Ran in a pretty good race last time and ran well. And I think it might be too strong for the favourite. In fact, it is favourite, sorry. So I go with the market leader, Lots of Kitty, would be too strong for Jana Su's Drifting. Out to 5-2, joint second favourite now. So Lots of Kitty on the downgrade. Hopefully too good. Here we go.
They're off. Lots of Kitty broke best. Earl's Girl is fast into stride, and Earl's Girl takes over the lead. Lots of Kitty right there alongside in second. Then Chikatrige, and the early trailer is Jana Su. Now Lots of Kitty and Earl's Girl pretty much even. The rail is open for Jana Su to go through and challenge. And here comes Jana Su all the way up to challenge Lots of Kitty. She's a neck off the lead. Earl's Girl is now 3/4 from the front. And Chikatrige is 4th and last, and she's less than 2 lengths behind as the foursome goes into the far turn with Lots of Kitty the leader. It is Lots of Kitty, a neck in front. Here's Earl's Girl to re-engage from the outside. And now these 2 favorites set off, and they're now 2.5 or 3 in front end. Earl's Girl has just made a middle move to take over the lead for Glenn Corbett. Earl's Girl well into the middle of the track and a length and a half in front of Lots of Kitty in second. Then comes Chikatrige and Jana Su, but Earl's Girl made that big move around the far turn, and she is in front. Earl's Girl, a 3-length lead. Lots of Kitty is second. Chikatrige is third. Earl's Girl hanging on that left lead again, but once again it looks like she's going to get home. It's Earl's Girl in front. Earl's Girl won by just over 2. Lots of Kitty was second. Jana Su third. And Chikatrige finished 4th.
So it's the unbeaten Earl's Girl, 2 from 2. There was a late move for this horse. I'm sure it was 5-1 at one stage. Came into 130. Thought Lots of Kitty had every chance, kept on well enough. Wasn't very happy out the stalls with Lots of Kitty, just was hanging right. But certainly was too good for Jana Su, who was rushed up the inside. That was a poor ride on Jana Su, I thought. But good performance from Earl's Girl. Sees off Lots of Kitty. Right, let's pop back to Indianapolis now, to Horseshoe, for the 9:45. Seven to 4 for the 3, who's a newcomer. It's a Jumpmont-owned horse by Curling out of a Malibu Moon mare. So some interesting breeding on Chondrite. Could be pretty useful, you'd imagine, with those connections. And Fernando de la Cruz takes them out. He's 6 wins from 21 rides at the track. Brad Cox, the trainer, so there's obviously going to be interest in this horse. Well bred. Get some tasty newcomers with the decent prize money at Horseshoe. 43 grand, this maiden special weight. Clearly could be useful. But it's a newcomer, it's very hard to say too much. The 8 Astound has got 3 runs. First 2 were awful, the third was really good. Ran pretty well last time, much improved. So if the Jumpmont horse is no good, then this horse could easily pick up some pieces. And Straight Shooting Larry, the 1, is a horse who It's had a couple of okay-ish runs and one not so good. I'm happy to weigh in with this Jumpman horse. Let's see what it does.
On front with a white cap, and right there is Senior Valentine with an early bid, moving up in between horses wide, both Houston and Astound in the Godolphin Blue. Let's be in the 5-path or so. Out in front, it's En Pointe, who's joined on the outside by Senior Valentine as these leaders go to the back of the track while racing 6 clear. From on the outside, Houston, who's just up into 3rd. From toward the inside is Straight Shudamari and